Today I want to talk about something I never talk about, ever. Video games. Yippee! I want to talk about video games. I want to talk about the nostalgia that I have for Ragnarok Online. I know I'm a different person now than 20 years ago. I know that gaming is different now than 20 years ago. But I need everybody to just kind of close your eyes, unless you're driving, and imagine this scene, all right? You come home. It's 6 p.m. It's winter out. There's nothing to do. You log in. You go to Matara. All your friends are there, sitting on the floor. Or you go to Aldebaran and everybody in your guild is sitting on the floor. You're hanging out. Your pal says, "Hey, what are you doing?" You say, "Oh, I'm probably going to go hunting for Hydra cards or going to make my Thor bow," anything like that. And they say, "I'll come with you." And then basically you and your friend just go and kill mobs together and hang out in TeamSpeak. And then somebody else logs in the guild and they go, "What are you guys doing?" And you say, I don't know, "Oh, I'm trading a sage in," what were those little slimes named? Does anybody remember there was these like big earth sandworms, slimes, and you trained your mage with it. You basically just fireball them and firewall the big slimes. What was their name? Big Sand Slime Ragnarok. Ragnarok Online. What was the name? Maybe everybody can help me in the comments. But basically, you just went there with like your low-level mage. So either you were training a sage or a high wizard. And you just, And then everybody would just come with you and hang out. Or you just talk in guild chat while you're doing stuff. Those are the good old days. I don't know if it's just what playing an MMO was like, or if that just like that era of gaming is gone to me forever because I am a different person now with responsibilities and a job. I can't just kind of rot away the way that I used to. But I do sometimes wonder what would happen if I got addicted to an MMO again. I think Riot Games is doing an MMO. Has anybody heard any information about that? And how do you think it would be? Also, there is an MMO coming in, I think, August called Ashes of Creation, which I'm seriously considering playing it. And like, please, in the comments here, I need everybody to convince me not to. I need everybody to tell me, Matara, do not play Ashes of Creation. We will lose you. I just wonder if basically what I'm missing in my life is that kind of MMO experience again. And I know people are telling me I could play Final Fantasy 14, but kind of like the idea of playing a new MMO, you and everybody kind of starting off as noobs. Nobody knows what to do. Nobody knows where to go. What do y'all think? Are you playing any MMOs right now? I really do think it's a time issue. It's the same reason I don't really play any visual novel games anymore. I just simply don't have the time. I simply don't have the time to really play those kinds of games. So because of that, since I don't have the time, I kind of have to do things that I have time for. And I unfortunately have no time. But I am curious. I do think about, because I've tried logging into Ragnarok a few times and it's not the same anymore. I really feel like having the group and having a community was a big reason for why it was so fun and so enjoyable. And now I do have this big group in this community in stream, in the Discord, in the podcast, and in just online in general on Twitter. And I feel because of that, maybe I don't need what Ragnarok Online offers me anymore. But maybe I need what Ashes of Creations is offering, right? Let's not be hasty. Maybe I need what Ashes of Creation is offering, right? We still don't know what they're offering. Maybe I need that. Maybe I need that. Oh my God. I really need to finish my coffee. I'm like 1/4 of my cup in, but it's too hot. I forgot to put ice in my coffee and now I'm getting sweaty. Summer. Darn you, summer. Where I can only go outside or exist in the morning and in the nighttime. During the day, forget it. I am sitting next to an AC. Even though I'm a cold-blooded bug, I'm sitting next to air conditioning. Impossible without it. Absolutely impossible. But yeah, I was also thinking about games like League of Legends, games like Overwatch, right? I'm sure you all heard there's a few games that maybe don't have such a big community anymore. I know some games like Rainbow Six Siege still have a community and people still play. I do always wonder about that of, are people just moving to play different games? I think also once you kind of age out of a demographic of a game, you might not see the game as much. For example, I remember watching people play Fortnite, and Fortnite has a ton of bots now that the game has implemented for you to play against. But at the same time, Fortnite also has so many concurrent players. So then why are you having bots play with you? I wonder. I really wonder. And I don't know if anybody remembers when Pal World was kind of everywhere and people were playing a lot of Pal World. And some people online were trying to start this whole thing of like, Pal World was a failure because look how little people are playing Pal World after 3 years, less than a year. And meanwhile, they still had more concurrent players than a lot of video games. I don't know why that's such a thing that people do online. Is kind of, you're not allowed to die. That's a big word. But you're not allowed to go and become less popular. It's like anytime you hit any kind of summit of popularity, you're always supposed to beat it, right? Pal World was one of the most anticipated games and it blew up. Everybody was playing it. And now you're supposed to recreate it again? That's crazy. That's once in a lifetime shenanigans. It's like asking somebody, I don't know, it's like asking the person who made Stardew Valley to do Stardew Valley again and recreate the success again. Oh. You know what else I wonder about the nostalgia of gaming in your youth? Let's be honest. You also didn't have a lot of autonomy, right? Most likely, a lot of our fondest memories of gaming was when we had to go to bed at 8 p.m. We couldn't go outside. We didn't have spending money. We didn't have anything like that. So now, for example, you go to work and then maybe you want to grab dinner with a friend. Maybe you want to watch a good TV. You can actually pick what you can do. And gaming just kind of goes down the list, right? And even though you have friends also gaming, a lot of people who are going to be online all the time on video games will probably be quite youthful. And let's say you're 40, you know, you kind of don't want to hang out with a 13-year-old in your guild. They seem... Okay. For anybody here that's just kind of freshly 25, freshly 30, even those of you who are freshly, let's say, 21, you can recognize young people on the internet, right? It's like the way they write, you just know. The questions they ask, you just know. And you're like, oh, buddy. Oh, boy. You just kind of know. And I'm asking you, if you watch streams or if you are in a guild or anything like that in a video game, you can kind of tell if somebody new joined and they're like, haha, I'm 11, by the way. You can tell. If you've been on the internet long enough, you can tell. You can tell. That's all I have to say. You can tell.